7:20. Greg's the only one that's perfectly ready.
Ready for like an hour.
Sean? Okay, we're missing a child. Will you go get that to Daddy, please? Okay. And this closed circuit electrons. You don't need that?
Get you all unhooked. Pumping off, I didn't know what to tell her, but.
Okay, did you look in the garage?
They look like yours.
What time's your,
My appointment is at 12:45, isn't it? No, it's at 1.
8:20?
I know, I already emailed and, I emailed. Have a great run, I'll pick you up at 4, okay? 4 o'clock, unless you call me and tell me it's later. What?
Go.
Go! Hi, guys! We have 15 children, 3 biological. We have 3 dogs. We have 3 children that are total care involving significant brain damage. The other end of the spectrum, we have a child with Down syndrome. We have many children with a lot of mental health issues, fetal alcohol, drug exposure in utero. So we have quite a bit of different things swirling around our house that play out in lots of fun ways.
The definition of family is different for us than typical families in the U.S. And for us, the family grows in the heart, and our children grow in our hearts, not necessarily in a body. So, family isn't necessarily blood. It's doing life together. It's having each other's back, and we don't claim to know how each one of these children were going to fit into our home, but they do, and they fit perfectly. So Heather calls it a patchwork. It's a patchwork quilt. All the patches are different shapes, different sizes, different colors, but when you put them all together, that makes a beautiful, beautiful quilt. Yeah.
Down to the ground.
You're going down. Get your backpack, please. You don't need your.
We've been 1 month without children in our life. The rest we've had children. I mean, this is what we know.
I got it, yeah.
Slowly. Cal?
Hayden and I had a little studying technique. He goes, "Hey Mom, do you think you could come to my test and all you'd have to do is do the hand motions and then I would know all the answers?"
We're excited and ready, aren't we? Did you say
He said, You're being replaced, young man.
Yeah.
We haven't had a newborn since our last set of twins, and those twins are 8 years old. We've brought in 4 other children since those babies, but actually has it been 4 or 5? Losing count. Concerns would be clearly the drug exposure in utero. I know for sure cocaine. I don't know the extent of the usage that birth mom's doing. If she's going to go through withdrawal.
Elijah came from Haiti. He's got snot going down his nose. Elijah came from Haiti 12 days after the earthquake. I volunteer for an organization that helps children find medical care from other countries. and Elijah's case was given to me. He was not expected to survive. He was born with a large encephalocele in the back of his head, which is just like a huge growth tumor. It had brain matter in it. It was the size of a softball. All the hospitals that I contacted would not donate any care toward him because they said the outcome was so grim that they didn't want to use their resources, waste their resources on him. Fast forward to the earthquake, I got a phone call and said that he's dying, Elijah's dying. Is there anything that I could do? And I said, I've done everything. I've tried. I can't find a hospital. She said, the person I was speaking to said she thinks she could get him out. I think I can get him out. And I said, if you can get him out, I'll figure out what to do with him when he gets here. I had no plan. I had nothing. I didn't know what I was going to do. By the grace of God, we were able to secure the necessary insurance for him to get all the surgeries that he's had. He was immediately put in the hospital, and they didn't expect him to survive. He was in constant pain. He didn't smile. He didn't. It was very difficult for him to have eye contact. He just cried all the time. He was 19 months when he came, and he was 10 pounds. And 3 pounds were his head because he had this large growth hanging on the back of his head. His newborn diapers were ginormous on him. Newborn clothes hung on him. He was nothing. He's 3 years old now, and wow, after 2 brain surgeries, and he's fed through a G-tube, he is now this sweet boy who's turning pages in a book, smiling, laughing, wants to be held all the time. The transformation of him coming and the Elijah today is just like watching God work.
That's a great reach. You gotta move your feet. There you go. Yay! Good boy.
So he's clearly still delayed, but making great progress. So we have great hope that maybe one day he'll be able to walk with some assistance. But whatever the outcome, we are thrilled to parent him and honored to be his parents.
Our new sister is coming home.
Willow and girls. We have 9 boys and only 5 girls.
Her name is Maya. I like to see how small she is and how little her hands and feet are.
Typically, Heather would be the one that would say, kind of, time for another one, and I'd put my foot down and say no, and that didn't get me very far, obviously.
You've got chocolate on your face.
No, it's
Grace.
I'm gonna let, here, I'll just let Sean hold her first. Sean's on the phone.
Is on the phone.
So we just continued to, we continued to grow the family the way that we thought it was supposed to be grown. I don't think I certainly didn't think 14 or 15 or.
And Rick was, you sound all like, oh, it's all me. But there was our last set of twins. I said no. We had 6 in diapers, we had 6 cribs, and.
But if you add up those times, that only equals 3 children. So.
Well, it's mutually decided.
Yes.
Right, so you ready? You ready? Where do you want her head? Right there. Right like that. Their hand. Oh.
There you go.
In the shoebox.
Perfect.
Size 13.
That's what I was raised.
It's gonna be a long night for Mommy.
I am excited about Maya coming home because she gets to see Halloween for the very first time.
1, 2, strike a pose. Woo!
A lot of people ask, how do you do it? I could never do it. But the thing is that people looking into our lives look at all of this going on today. it wasn't always like this. We progressively built onto our family. So it's like lifting weights. You don't start off with the heaviest weight. You have a little bit, and you add some more, and then you add some more. So we've stretched ourselves over the course of years. It didn't happen overnight. So, you know, we're able to get through a day that a lot of people maybe couldn't, but we've had a lot of practice. You know.
What else do we need? Pacifier. Oh, I need a baby. I don't have a baby. I need a baby. Not a worry. Okay, everybody knows the rules?
Yes.
No.
Okay,
Yes, no.
last year we had a lot of people like 5 houses ahead, and then we had somebody named Grace like 3 houses behind, and then some people wanted to go home right in the middle of it, and it was hard. So we're all gonna try and stay together.
You know, we're a family. I mean, we try and be together and just hang out.
We should have dressed her up like a Tootsie Roll or something.
American families are so busy, so overcommitted. I know plenty of people at the end of the day that they're so fried and tired, and we go a lot. Nobody's going to come in and take over for me, so.
But we get things accomplished, and everyone gets love, everyone gets opportunities, everyone gets fed. We don't forget somebody at the mall. I mean, we all kind of get where we need to go.
Are you scared? Well, you can skip this house. You don't have to go to it. Okay. Come on. Where? Is it scary?
We work hard at finding out what our children's potential is, their strengths, but where their potential lies. And everyone's potential is different. Our children, more than any, are all over the board. So when someone says, you know, what do you hope to have happen for your children? What do you wish for your children? It's different for every single one of them. You know, for Jesse, maybe it's being able to walk or find a way to communicate through a keyboard, or for typically developing children, it may be going to college and getting a degree. So that unravels as they get older and as we start finding and seeing, and we're pretty astute at what their strengths are, and then we just really encourage them to build on those strengths.
Nice, good job. You hold the baby?
I'm kind of
Baby?
you know, an extension of my mom and dad at some times, so helping them out whenever they need help and playing with them all the time. But it's basically just looking out for them and making sure they're doing okay and helping them out if they need help. And getting ready to graduate, it's very exciting, obviously. You know, a little bit of nervousness in that because, you know, I will be the first one leaving the house and everything, and, you know, everything's going to be going on here without me.
It's a huge deal that Addison's leaving. He is the first child to leave. The whole family dynamics will now change. It'll all be different, and I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for him to go, and he knows it.
Whether I like it or not, she's going to be texting and calling me nonstop.
He's talkative today, isn't he?
I think a lot of people think that our children are going to go mimic our lifestyle. It's like they're going to go then and find a spouse and adopt children. We've never, ever wanted, we only want what our kids want for themselves and their family. So if Addison chooses to adopt a child, awesome, I'll support him. If he chooses to get married and only have bio kids, awesome. If he chooses to get married and not have kids, he's going to get in trouble because I want some grandkids. So that's the only requirement is you give me grandkids. I don't care how they get into your home, but I want some grandkids. We met at his college, Denison. Literally, the meeting was like an hour long.
We really didn't say 2 words to each other. And she drove off with her friend and was coming back later for a party and told her friend, that's the guy I'm going to marry. So it was really kind of a neat, and she did. She came back and you know, the rest is history, as they say, but it was kind of a love at first sight kind of thing.
And talked what was on my heart and what I really wanted to do. And he was on board, and so the month we got married, we became foster parents. And there wasn't like this magic number that we were going to grow to, or what our family makeup was going to be. I knew I wanted biological children. I knew I wanted to get pregnant, but I also knew that we wanted to foster and adopt.
The banjo on my knee. I don't know what the words are. Here we go. All done. Finished.
We're on the whole time that we're awake. So you're constantly thinking of where is everybody, what's going on, and you're bam, 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 moving really quick. There's no time to just stop. So when I come home from work, I don't sit down and take my shoes off and get my pipe and my newspaper, you know. There's no time for that, and we know that, so we just go, 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 and when the day's over, the day is over.
Growing your family this way, taking the children with the kinds of disabilities that we have in our family, is not something that you can do without the support of your spouse. So we are a committed team together, and we work really well together.
Monday, Tuesday.
It's hard when you have a child that has to be in the hospital for 5 days. The logistics of one person staying in the hospital, one person staying home, and trying to go solo here at home and manage all the meds and homework and just, you know, just normal life stuff, that makes it hard.
I feel confident with everything. As I told you, all I needed was just a plan to go home with pain management. And
you know, I know like having a child that's full care, having a seriously ill child, the divorce rate is high. And I can't say that it's a strain in that way, because we're always on the same team as far as this. We know that our child needs this, and we want them to get whatever treatment, help, services that they need.
I want to make sure that when you calculate it,
And we have the same struggles that, you know, spouses have and that parents have in families. Maybe a little bit larger at times, but albeit it's the same struggles.
I have the same struggles as everybody else does. Just because we have 15 kids does not put me anywhere like I have this fabulous amount of patience, and I've got this fabulous organizational system, which everyone thinks that. You manage, you do what you have to do to get by. And there are days when we just get by. And then there are days when we're like, I actually think we handled that pretty well.
Well, she'll be in the cast for 6 weeks, and as you can tell, it's awkward. It's 27 inches wide. Transporting her is going to be an issue. We have to have a hospital bed at home.